On today's show, a 3D printer that you can take anywhere you want to go.
A jacket that shows your mood to everyone.
And finally, a robot that's going to help you running by feeding you a food that you probably don't want when you're running. It's Tomorrow Daily. Hey guys, welcome to Tomorrow Daily, your source of all that cool futurology, robots, tech, 3D printing, and of course, all your source for Maude Garrett.
Hey guys!
That's right, Ashley is not here today. She's dealing with her dogs again. But anyway, more importantly, we have Maude Garrett, one of my favorite human beings in the world.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You're just saying that because I'm right here.
It's true. But Maude, you are actually a host on many things. What else are you a host on?
Oh my goodness, Australian radio, I do entertainment reports, I run a thing called GeekBomb.
Yeah, your geek blood is real thick. You got real thick geek blood.
I do.
Look at you got Star Wars. If you're listening and not watching.
I've got Luke on my butt.
Star Wars, Luke butt, and she's got Batman chest. So we're off to a bad start.
And we are uncomfortable already.
All right, so
Yes.
let's get on with our stories. It's a good thing we're friends.
Whew.
It's a good thing we're...
Tell you what, you have to throw something more than that at me.
All right, so we start off with 3D printing. I don't know if you know, but 3D printers are big machines. And
Yeah.
they're gigantic machines.
But they'll print anything.
Yeah, you can print anything you want. Well, why not be able to take that ability anywhere you go? Well, one creator actually did that. This guy's name is Jean-Luc Yelmetz.
You did so well with that.
I choked it through. But he created a 3D printer. Well, he didn't create a 3D printer, but he made a 3D printer that you can take anywhere. It's basically a case mod. It's extremely portable. Take a look at this. It's just in this little tiny case, and in seconds. I think the sell is that it's in seconds. He's able to open it up, plug it in, and start printing. He even printed that little head over there. What's really cool is that Jean-Luc made this mod available so that you can make it yourself. There's detailed layout.
Build it like an
and
IKEA
blueprints.
piece?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
So he gives you all the tools and all that, and apparently it takes like a few hours to make, and it takes I think he said 10 hours to make, which is all right, and then only $200 to actually put together. So
Okay, that's not so bad.
so there you go. If you always wanted a 3D printer, why not make a portable one that you can take with you to your friend's house?
I feel like the 3D printer is something that no one ever thought they needed until they had it. And as soon as they had it, they're like, I'm going to print everything. And they're even using it in surgeries, like building prosthetic limbs now, because they're printing everything up. But the portable factor, I've never really found myself going, oh, I need a printer. I can print this. Oh.
No, what about if you're like at,
But I don't have it.
someone's like, oh, can I borrow a pen? You're like, yes, you can.
And you just
The pen's done. Like, you have to wait for a while. Obviously, it's pretty cool. It's just it's a case mod. A lot of people haven't been doing really anything cool with the 3D printers themselves. So it's cool to see.
Not yet.
Not yet. But
Soon.
this is the first step into portable 3D printers. So there you go.
What would you print? There was a head displayed in the video.
Yeah. What if you broke your heel? I'm sorry to... I wouldn't break my...
I've said, what in the world would you print? And you've said a broken high heel.
I was trying to
all
figure
those
out why
pesky
you'd want to
nuts now.
have a portable... if you want to take it portable, why would you need it to be portable if you broke a heel? What if you had it in your car?
What if you travel a lot?
That's true.
That's probably
So
one.
what did you bring today? What story do you have today?
Well, this is something that's kind of combining not only spirituality and your aura, but also fashion and technology. You remember back in the day they had those...
When you break heels?
Oh, that's what you're trying to do. Nice segue. Remember those mood rings that you would put on and it would change color depending on what mood you're in?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like $3 at the corner store.
Yeah.
That's where I got mine.
Still,
in
I guess.
Australia.
Yeah, all right.
So they're doing that, but with a hoodie, a jacket. This is kind of really weird. Everyone has an aura, right? So there's this like electromagnetic field that everyone projects, and they're different colors, and it can only be seen either if you're a little bit gifted in that area or if you have a particular lens. Well, this particular alchemist, she's calling herself Lauren Bowker, she's designed a jacket that not only fuses that technology but captures your aura and is able to display it within this garment. Now, it kind of looks like a python's shedded itself and it's having a trippy Technicolor experience.
Yeah.
There's ceramic weaving all the way through it, but they've teamed up somehow compatibility and collecting data that wirelessly transfers it into this hoodie and displays the color of your aura.
It reads your aura.
Yes.
And this is a hoodie? It doesn't look like a hoodie.
It
Like you said,
doesn't.
it looks like somebody's skin, like
It's
a reptile
like
skin.
Reptor.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right,
But
all right.
this is like the prototype, and this is something that they're displaying for the very first time at London Fashion Week. And you can book in to wear the jacket, and you can get your live aura tested. Have you ever done this before? Have you had your aura tested?
No.
Okay, so I went to some sort of like.
It sounds kind of hokey.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
it's
because
like,
we're on like a science and tech show,
I
so
know,
we're
I
already a
know.
little skeptical
and
about
there's always
like
like,
magic.
I'm going to go to a psychic. Well,
Yeah.
apparently at this psychics and spirituality exhibition that happens in Australia, you get your photo taken and it shows your aura off. And whether it's strong or weak or different colors, you get to see what kind of person you really
So
are.
you've done it, and what is your result?
I had like purple.
Oh no.
I know. That means
Not purple.
That means everything's great in here.
What does it mean?
Purple, I forget. I think it's like a lot of creativity that's kind of circumventilating within my body. But the
Creative on the inside.
yeah, that's it. But this particular jacket will either go red, blue, green, or white. So when you wear it, if you're feeling very nervous or anxious or angry, it'll turn red. If you're feeling very calm and tranquil, it'll be blue. If, like right now, I'm teaching and being social, it'd be green.
Wow.
And if I am feeling psychic and intuitive, it'll turn white.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It
It seems like there's a lot of technology involved and a lot of algorithms just to kind of wirelessly transfer an aura, which no one can see to the human eye, onto a jacket. And I think that
Right.
why not just go, hey,
So you wouldn't
Khail,
buy this jacket?
I'm kind of angry.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
like-
no, your jacket says you're angry. That brings us to our hashtag of the day, which is TD senses.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to know, if you could have a new sense, what would it be and how would you use it? I would like a sense of humor.
I would like that so much more.
That wasn't a joke. Anyway, what about you? What would you?
I would like, well, I don't know, there's what, 6 senses at the moment? Or the 6th sense was you seeing dead people?
Yep.
I saw that. I saw that movie.
Okay, no, but what would your additional sense be? Oh
Have
God.
you seen the movie Lucy with Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah.
So you know how like she unlocks the capacity of her brain, and
Yeah.
at one stage she unlocks telekinesis?
Yes.
I want that.
You want telekinesis?
Yes.
Okay.
That can be a sense.
You brought
can't
up a
it?
good point, though. Like what you in the Lucy thinking, when she can read the technology in the air, I would love to see people's incoming texts, like as they're coming down to their phone, and be like, "Ooh, that's bad news."
But I mean,
oh no, that's not good.
with this
Wait,
jacket,
oh, bad news.
it's processing, and there is data for a wavelength. So that I think is totally doable.
Yeah.
You can have that.
We need that. We need that. Hack the system. All right, so that is TD Sense. You can tweet at us with the hashtag TD Senses.
Beat that.
Yeah. Tell us what sense you want.
Yeah.
Again, sense of humor would be real nice over here.
One day,
All right.
Khail.
Anyway, so check this out. Meanwhile, in Japan, is the way I like to title this story, a crazy, crazy robot has been
always a robot.
introduced. It's always a robot. They can't stop. And I love it. I love all their robots. So this robot, his name is Tomaton.
Again with the name, you're nailing this?
Yeah, Tomaton. This Tomaton has been introduced, and he's here to help you by feeding you tomatoes while you run.
I thought it was a pumpkin.
He's here to feed you tomatoes while you run, which is kind of helpful. Are you laughing at him?
Look at it!
Yeah.
He's like, doesn't it look good? Eat the tomato. I say tomato.
Tomato?
Tomato.
Yeah, we're going to fire you after this. So the function is simple. You press a button on Tomaton, who is riding on your back whilst you run, and he grabs a tomato from his abundant stock and holds it in front of your face while also mimicking chewing. Do you see that?
Yes, I did. I thought he was laughing.
He's enjoying you eating.
Look at him go, and it's like a dance move. Oh, over the head and into the mouth.
Someone's like,
Eat it.
that guy must be a serious runner if he's eating tomatoes from a robot.
What is it about a tomato that you need to sustain you whilst you're running?
So check this out. It's a Kogami. All right, so let me back up. Tomaton was created by Kogami, which is a very popular tomato juice company in Japan.
Yes.
And their logic is tomatoes have lots of nutrition to
Yeah.
combat fatigue. And then they dropped the mic. They literally said nothing else. They said tomatoes combat fatigue. Okay, so of course.
It's very big. It's like, it reminds me of Luke when he's on the Dagobah system and Yoda's on his back.
That's
it's
true.
like Yoda feeding him, you know,
Yeah,
tomatoes.
it should spout out things in like jumbled words.
Or you can have an
tomato
energy
you
drink.
need more of.
Right?
But like, no, Yoda, this is screwed up. So anyway, of course, this is a sort of like artistic type promotion for the juice. It was, but however, Tomaton will be in a race. He'll be in a fun run coming up soon in Japan, in Tokyo. And then he's going to be in the Tokyo Marathon, like a legitimate marathon, riding on a runner, but there'll be a smaller one.
Okay.
So
That
he's
person has
actually
to
gonna,
win.
Yeah, they had. That's what I was
prove a
saying.
point.
I said we hope that he squashes the competition.
I see what you did.
I got another one.
You're juicing this joke.
That's good. I hope he leaves the competitors red with envy.
Okay. I just still can't process why on earth you would ever put this on your back while you are running.
Nobody's ever been like, I really could go for a refreshing tomato.
Oh,
But that's why I picked this story, because I thought it was really
So
great.
great.
It's a fantastic use of technology, but also confusing. By the way, the robot weighs
look, he's so happy.
he weighs about like 8 pounds. Like
Look
he's
at
not
him.
a light robot.
It's like he's thanking you for showing him the world.
Oh, he's so sweet.
Hum,
He's just here to help. All right, so that's all for the stories that we have today. We're gonna be right back with a round of new releases. We have user feedback, and
I need a tomato.
We're gonna eat a bunch of tomatoes. So don't click away. It's Tomorrow Daily.
Tomato. Really good. Tomatoes. Who would have thought?
I should have eaten 14.
It's like He-Man.
Yeah,
I
feel
have
like
the
I
power.
can run a mile. That's ridiculous. Anyway, welcome back to Tomorrow Daily. It is Tuesday, and Tuesday means we get a whole bunch of new media that includes movies and games sometimes. Not
Usually
this week.
movies.
Well,
Let's
we
go
also-
with movies.
We also get games and music and stuff like that. But that means today, new releases. We do. We have a graphic for everything.
It's helping me.
If I was to cough, it would go to the cough graphic. All right, so we start off. We've got movies and then one other thing. But so we
Cool.
start off with Focus comes out on Friday, on the 27th.
Yes, Will Smith, Margot Robbie.
Oh yeah.
This one's going to be good. Margot Robbie has.
They're both going to be in. They're both going to be in a movie coming out. They're both going to be Suicide Squad. So it's very interesting to see if their chemistry works out. This is about two heist people, a heist
doing
man and a
great.
heist woman,
Yeah.
that do a heist and then split up and then meet up 6 years later, and they're on the opposite sides of the heist. So it's a lot of tension, sexual tension and criminal tension, and who's gonna come out on top? And it's Margot Robbie, of course.
She's 23, man. She's 23.
Really?
That's it. That is all she is, age-wise. She's just 23.
Yeah, she was just born yesterday.
No,
So
yeah.
that's pretty cool. What do you think? You're gonna see it?
Well, apparently these guys were in the headlines during filming because their chemistry was so rife that they were actually saying that they were having a bit of an affair. And Jada Pinkett Smith went, no, that's not happening
that's impossible.
at all. My man's happy with me.
Ooh, she did that.
She
yeah,
did that.
Yeah.
She had. Yeah, I
then
actually
what did
interviewed her
Margot-
for
Oh,
Magic
really?
Mike. She told me how satisfied she is in her marriage. But Margot Robbie is
So,
doing great things, and she's going to be Harley Quinn, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's gonna be great. She's perfect. She's
Is she?
perfect. Yep. Mhm.
that is like the #1 role we haven't really seen in a movie yet. And if she's going to go, hey, Mr. J,
She's perfect.
put in, we'll see.
I love her transit because she's British.
No, she's not.
Is she? What is she?
Australian.
Ooh,
You need to go.
I'm sorry.
Where's a tomato?
Those
can't
Aussies are
work
hard to
like
handle. Also this weekend coming out, The Lazarus Effect. This stars
Olivia Wilde.
Olivia Wilde, and this is about regenerating dead bodies.
It's
So
kind of like Frankenstein. So
it's kind of like Frankenstein and
Frankenstein's
Reanimator. It's
monster.
more like Reanimator,
Sure.
in that when you bring somebody back to life, they're crazy, and in this one they have like powers. It looks like a lot of jump scares.
Yes.
A lot of cool like death scenes. What's his name? Donald Glover is in this
Yes,
movie.
he is.
And he gets like killed in the trailer. It looks
Now,
weird.
I watched the trailer and the trailer scared me. I'm not a horror person remotely, and especially with jump scares. I would rather be doing almost anything else than watching that. There's one.
Donald Glover, run!
Look at the dog. The
Yeah,
dog's not happy.
it's
He'll
real
get
weird.
ya. Very low budget though, but for a low budget movie,
Really?
it looks really good.
Oh.
And Olivia Wilde or Mark Duplass, their names aren't even in the headline on the in the billboards. Did you
Really?
notice that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and Olivia
really
Wilde,
strange.
she's a household name.
But the dog got top headline.
Yeah, yeah.
though. That's
Fido.
He's got a really good
Fido.
agent. Yeah. Wow.
What is
Wow,
that?
you can write B movies. That's pretty cool.
Are you going to watch this one?
I don't know. Maybe I'll wait till I accidentally watch it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you?
Are you like the? I was going to make a reference to you being a scaredy cat with the dog, except I wasn't going to use cat. I was going to use another word and didn't. I refrained.
Oh.
I'm an adult.
All right. So moving on to what's coming out on Blu-ray, Big Hero 6.
I love this one.
Yeah, Big Hero 6, the animated film from Disney, and it's about a little
Baymax.
a little-
Baymax is
yeah.
your personal healthcare profession.
little boy with a health robot that helps him out, and then he trains him to be a fighting robot, and it's based on a graphic novel. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's based on a graphic novel that's not very similar to it. They use kind of the same characters. Silver Samurai is actually one of their enemies in
You'll
Big
see
Hero
him
6.
in a second.
He's not in this.
What?
No, they couldn't get the rights to him.
Him. He's the evil dude.
Yeah, it's
There's a
really great.
plot
If
twist.
you haven't, if you love all the like Pixar and Disney films, this is solid.
Do you know what I love about
great.
this one? We see so many superhero movies, and yes, it does get there in the end about saving the world. San Francisco, I think it's called, where they mix Tokyo and San Francisco together.
Yeah, I forgot what it is, but yeah.
But this one actually really promotes science. And it's encouraging everyone to say, hey, if you really love building robots and if you love technology, go to university and study it, because there's a huge program there, and you'll have university lecturers and everyone on site and all of these resources available to you to make the ultimate robot, and in this case, it's Baymax.
You're absolutely right. It's all about intelligence. The kid wins because he's smart and he's dedicated to his work. And his brother was also a scientist.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
You don't have to get bitten by a mutated spider to have powers.
Yeah,
you can.
Producer
have powers.
Logan really connected with the character because he kind of looks like him.
Oh yeah, I see that.
And he works on this show, so he's like, I'm kind of like the main character. And I was like, no, Producer Logan, you're not.
Yeah, until he
You're
builds a robot
better.
that kills everyone.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Then you'll take that back.
maybe he is a robot that kills everyone. And the last thing that we have is Criminal. I actually don't know anything about this.
Criminal?
It's coming
Dot,
out
dot,
on
question mark?
iOS.
It's coming out on iPad. This one is Murder
you
Mystery.
know about this?
Do I? I'm a gamer. So this one's called Criminal with an E, which is probably why you did the Ron Burgundy question mark
yes.
in the end of it. They've just released this trailer out there. Basically, it looks like Order 1886.
Oh, that's
for
bad.
anyone else that's playing that on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, but that's got a lot of bad press right now.
All I'm saying is that you can see that it's set in France, in Paris,
Point and
right
click
there.
Or what?
It's a murder mystery adventure. I believe it would be something like a point and click. This reminds me of Device 6, which cleaned up a lot of awards last year, which was available on mobile and iPad. But I kind of like the murder mysteries out there. And when you have it on an iPad, you do. You get to explore around. You look at the evidence there. You solve a mystery. If it'll beat something like Heavy Rain, I'm in.
Who's the developer?
I don't know.
Oh, all right. Well, anyway, there you
Your
go.
story.
Well, I hadn't heard about it. They just dropped this one in on me. All right. All right, so that's all we have for the new releases. Hopefully you'll get to check out, I think you should check out Big Hero 6.
I
at
do
the very
too.
least.
I actually interviewed I'm just dropping names, I'm sorry, but I interviewed the cast of Big Hero 6, and I kind of love what they're all about. And the TJ Miller, who plays he plays like kind of like the
He's hilarious,
bro
yeah.
character in there, the stoner-esque dude who has apparently a lot of money. He gave one of the weirdest interviews I've ever had in my life. He just explained unknown giraffe facts. That's it. That was my Big
Did
Hero
you
6
ask
interview.
him about giraffes?
Nope. I think it must be my spirit animal.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yours is a zebra.
Yeah.
Zebra. Tomato.
All right, well, we'll get away from that. Our next thing, of course, as always, we like to hear from you guys every episode, so it's your user feedback.
We're on.
So yesterday, we asked you what kind of show you would create, because there's a YouTube Kids app that came out. So what kind of show you would create for this this app? So it was TD Kids.
Yep.
Neil said, and after an hour of watching YouTube vids, R.L. Lee Emery pops up and screams at them to go outside and play.
Ermy.
Yeah.
There you go.
R.L. Emery.
You are not allowed to say names anymore.
Screams and tells them to go play outside. That's
Right.
pretty good.
I understand.
After an hour, it tells the kids to go outside and play. That's a good idea.
That's what Nintendo already does. If you're playing the Wii or the 3DS, it's like, hey.
Shouldn't you go outside? And it shows a picture of the outside. It's like a window. It's like there's beauty.
Do you remember what this looked like?
Huh? There's a tree. It's got peaches on it.
Not once did I look at that and went, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, get out of my way.
I was like, I need to finish Zelda.
Pokemon need me.
Link's gonna fall in lava if you don't stop. All right, so next one we have is Matt. He said, I would like to create a Bill Nye the Science Guy / Tomorrow Daily collab STEM show for 5-year-olds. That'd be awesome. I'd host with Bill Nye the Science Guy, although I just shut my mouth while he was talking.
I've been rewatching Alias again, and there's a program in there where they realize that 5 and 6-year-olds have their brain is growing at such a rate where that's the age where they can retain the most amount of information and well. So what they would do is brainwash these kids to become assassins, and then they would use a code word and trigger it, and then all of a sudden they've got this, this army of trained assassins because they were brainwashed when they were 6. So maybe that's what they're kind of talking about.
Yeah, we should
in a
show them.
non-violent way.
Yep. Get them smarter when they're 5.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, tell them to stop watching, I don't know, Blue's Clues. No, Blue's Clues is supposed to be good
Ben
for your brain.
10?
Ben 10? Big Hero 6.
There you go.
All right, up next, Joseph said, I would like to help kids understand the universe, how it works, and how it came to be. Plus, the shows would cause me to learn more.
Hey, Joseph, I think it's a great point, and I think that usually kids will go through either a dinosaur or a space or both phase.
I
remember
space dinosaurs.
I was 9. Oh, space dinosaurs, I love that. Well, I was 9 when I had this book, and I wanted to know more about stars, the sun, and found out that the star was a sun, and the sun was a star. That, for
Cancel
me,
itself out.
being 9,
Yeah.
but I also think it's good
Rectangles
to know...
are squares, squares are whatever. Yeah.
But knowing that, trivial matters on the planet as well, they're so small, and we are just a glimpse in like a whole lot of almost nothingness. So to know more about space, I think will help kids with possible mental complexes.
I agree. I mean, this is why we like Bill Nye the Science Guy, is he tapped into that
more of a Cosmos girl.
interest into, when we were younger. So it was like a kids
Not in
show
Australia, we didn't get Bill Nye.
Suckers. Our next one is from Rick. He says, a show about teaching kids the etiquettes of the internet. Yeah, good luck with that.
That's not how you spell etiquette.
I know, but I'm just reading it.
Oh, it's
Like-
E-T-T-I-Q-U-E.
This isn't
Oh, okay.
like why you should not use LOL in a personal conversation. Like, wait, so somebody's like LOL, like actually LOL in
Pet
person?
hate. If I write something and I just get lol as a response, or if it's a normal sentence, they're like, hey, you want to grab lunch, lol? I'm like, how was that funny?
Nobody said that.
Did you laugh? Because I wasn't
no,
laughing,
nobody's
because that's not a
laughing.
funny thing to say.
LOL.
Lol.
But teaching the etiquettes of the internet is great.
Yes.
I think that'd be cool. But it's going to be hard to unlearn. It's going to be hard to unlearn everything that we've learned so
Being
far.
responsible for what you put out there and the comments that you make.
Juggling is dumb. I don't know. They put that on every Tomorrow Daily. They go, juggling is dumb.
Who's juggling? I can juggle.
All right, so our last
But
piece
it's
of
dumb.
user feedback is, of course, our photographer of the day. I really like food. Remember we
I'm
were
so
finishing that
glad that you
conversation.
like
Yeah.
food, because you need food to live.
Yeah, you do need. Okay, so Hanlin Liu sent us a picture. This is from an Xperia Z1. That's like the first time we've ever had like an Xperia on the show, so that's impressive. There's no story for this.
It's as cold as ice.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun.
We don't know where it is. Can you guess where it is? Where this photo's from?
Well, I know that there's a huge blizzard all throughout, like New York, Chicago, all of that area. So I'm guessing it's just.
Can't identify it.
Hey, you're in Los Angeles, where it's perfect weather all year round, including winter. Check out this poor dude's bike. He's not going anywhere, is he?
Yeah, no, it's Iceman's bike.
I don't think
that's pretty cool.
I talk in Celsius again. Sorry, being the Australian and the foreigner in here, but it's negative 17 degrees Celsius, which is what, like negative 50, 40?
Yeah.
It's very, very cold in Chicago. But
It looks colder than that.
What is it? Negative 60. I don't know. Negative 17 degrees Celsius. Look that up. That's what I talk in.
Somebody,
but I've
producer Logan? No? All right.
I've never been in weather that cold before in my life. Ever.
Because Australia's never...
No. We have a cyclone at the moment in Australia, but no severe blizzards. Like, that's a foreign concept to me.
Are you excited to go check that out? Do
No.
you ever want to get
I don't want to build a snowman.
All right, let it go. All right, so anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. As always, if you want to connect with us, talk to us, and maybe share your TDs, you can check us out. You can email us if you have a photographer, tomorrow at cnet.com. You can also, if you don't like email, you can send us a tweet if you want, and that is at Tomorrow Daily on Twitter. You can also message us. We're on Google, we're on Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and like.
Yes, please.
Also, iTunes, if you're just listening to the podcast and not seeing our DC heavy outfits,
you missed out on my Luke butt.
We didn't plan. But don't forget to rate and review. And I'd like to thank Maude Garrett for coming down and filling in for Ashley.
It was very random.
Tell us where we can find some more of Maude.
I'm
power.
on the interwebs as well. You can talk to me on Twitter, and I expect that colourful, constructive feedback, which I'll probably get, won't I? You're making that face. I'm at Maude Garrett. You can see me on Instagram, Twitter. I'm on Facebook as well.
And also
GeekBomb. Yes, Geek Bombshells on Twitter and on YouTube, and I do geeky videos.
And you also have that Star Wars thing coming out. Are you allowed to plug that?
Well, I'm about to go from one Star Wars podcast to another, but I talk Star Wars weekly. But if you follow all the other things, then you'll hear about that.
Yeah, so follow you on Twitter, and you'll be plugging that stuff all the time.
Yeah, the Force is strong.
Yeah,
with everything.
That's my Chewbacca. Tired before bed Chewbacca.
That was an fart coming out of your mouth.
All right, anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. We will see you guys next time, and may the Force be with you.